Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another viewer battle, and our match today is versus Moses Van Brenk. Now, Moses today is going to lead off here with a Dialga and a Superior, and we're going to lead off here with a Crocodile and a Zapdos. Now, this Crocodile, of course, has the Intimidate ability, which is going to drop the attack stat of the two opposing Pokemon, and of course, Dialga is also going to exert some pressure. Now, there is a Superior onto the field, which poses a big threat to the Crocodile, so we're going to decide to go in for the Terra Change to the Poison type, and we're going to go for the Gunk Shot, while our Zapdos decides to go for the Tailwind. Now, this battle here took place on August 24th, 2024, on our very first stream. Now, that battle that we're having here is the third battle in, and shout out to Moses. Thank you very much for the battle, bud. It was a blast. So here we are with the Terra type change to Poison, and we are actually going to manage to land a Gunk Shot. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is a pretty cool play, considering the fact that Superior should be able to destroy Crocodile. But with the whole Terra change, you could basically make the typing go to your advantage. Here we go with the Tailwind with the Zapdos, basically going to boost the speed of my entire team. And in comes the Aura Sphere from the Dialga. Now, of course, if we had stayed as a ground dark type Pokemon, that Aura Sphere would have dealt quite a bit of damage. Now, our opponent is going to bring in Carlos, and as you guys can see, I believe that is an Armarouge. Now, Armarouge, of course, Carlos is the name of the little Charcadet that's in the story of Scarlet and Violet, and I think it's a very fitting name to put onto your Armarouge. Okay, here we go. Looks like the Dialga is going to go in for the Terra change, and of course the Terra type it's going to go to is going to be Steel. Now, probably not the best type change to go to, considering the fact that Zapdos can get Heat Wave, and of course, you know, Crocodile is a ground type with Earthquake moves. As you can see here, we went in for the Earthquake, which would actually be able to hit Carlos and the Dialga at the exact same time. And of course, we're going to finish off the Carlos with a Hurricane, taking it down and leaving us with Dialga still on the field. Here comes the Earth Power, and of course, Earth Power is going to be super effective onto my Crocodile due to the fact that we are the Poison type. If we had stayed a ground type, we might have been able to resist that. However, this Dialga is doing quite a bit of work here now, so that's pretty fantastic. As you can see, we do have a full team of 6 with us here, and we actually did mark in to go in with the Tinkaton. Now, of course, Tinkaton onto the field. It's a Fairy Steel type Pokemon, and it looks like Moses is going to bring in his Meowscarada. Now, of course, Meowscarada might have the ability of Protein, which means that it can change its type at will based on the attacks that it's going to use. Now, of course, we are going to go in here with the Fake Out. We're going to Fake Out the Dialga. Now, of course, is it going to take out Dialga? Not necessarily. However, it is going to flinch it so that way it cannot do anything the next turn. Now, Zapdos, this is a very lucky play here because Hurricane does not always hit. So Meowscarada actually gets hit by Hurricane here, which is kind of a fluke, really, and actually ends up getting knocked out. So we've actually managed to knock out 3 of Moses' Pokemon, and of course we did lose our Crocodile earlier in the battle. In comes the Brute Bonnet. Now, Brute Bonnet, of course, being a Paradox Pokemon, no one really knows for sure what Paradox Pokemon are fully capable of, but we'll see here what it can do. In comes the Sucker Punch from the Brute Bonnet, basically a priority type move that's going to attack first. As you guys can see here, we activated the berry that we have on the Zapdos, which is a Key Berry, that actually, again, boosts up the defensive values. And of course, we go in for the Ice Hammer into the Brute Bonnet. Now, one thing I did forget to take into consideration is that it actually drops our speed of our Tinkaton. Zapdos going in for the Hurricane here, and actually able to hit the Dialga, knocking it out. So down goes the Dialga, leaving Moses with 2 more Pokemon. Now, of course, Brute Bonnet being in here, this is basically an Ancient Amoonguss, and one thing I have to say is that it does not get the Rage Powder, so that's pretty awesome for us. And in comes Shaymin. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have not seen anyone use a Shaymin since, like, Platinum or Heart Gold Soul Silver back in the day, so I'm not really sure what to expect there from Shaymin. I know back in the day I used to run it with like a Hidden Power Ice, but yet again, of course, Hidden Powers are not available in this generation. There's the play rough, of course. Zapdos avoided the attack, and in comes the Ice Hammer here once again, aiming towards the Shaymin. Dropping our speed stat yet again. Obviously, not really a big issue here, considering the fact that I think we're going to resist majority of the moves that these Toad Pokemon have. So, of course, we're going to go in for the Hurricane here once again. Now, of course, with the sun out, it's very possible that we might actually not hit with the Hurricane, but we're going to give it a try here anyway. Okay, Tinkaton is looking all pumped up here. In comes the Hurricane onto the Shaymin, knocking it out, of course, being a super effective move. And Shaymin goes back to the party. And, of course, there is still the Brute Bonnet. Tinkaton's going to go in for the Gigaton Hammer. It is going to make contact with the Brute Bonnet, and that is going to be game. So good game there, Moses. Thank you very much for the battle. I hope you had a blast. And, guys, make sure you check out their channel. Peace out.